Humans are extremely adaptive. We inhabit all corners of our planet, from freezing cold tundras to sweltering hot deserts. Whatever the temperature or conditions, humans and animals will find a way to survive and thrive. There are of course some parts of the world that are uninhabited, where no human has ever or probably will ever live, such as Devon Island in Canada's north, the largest uninhabited island on Earth. Devon Island is a very desolate and difficult place to live. It is so desolate that the main reason humans ever go there is for a Mars simulation project. The Danakil Depression, located in the northeastern part of Ethiopia, is another inhospitable and extreme environment. It is sometimes described as the hottest place on the planet. It is a geological depression, which is a landform sunken or depressed below the surrounding area. The Danakil Depression is known for its otherworldly landscapes and extreme temperatures, making it a rather challenging place for human, plants and animals to thrive. The depression spans an area of around 200,000 kilometers squared. It is one of the lowest and hottest places on the planet. It lies at a point where three tectonic plates meet, resulting in geological activity including volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. The area's inhospitable conditions are primarily due to its low elevation, which leads to intense heat. Temperatures there can easily reach over 50 degrees Celsius during the day, making it one of the hottest inhabited places on Earth. The lack of rainfall adds to the arid conditions, and there are very few water sources available. The average temperature there throughout the year is said to be around 34 degrees Celsius. This makes it one of, if not the hottest place on Earth. Now, 34 degrees Celsius mightn't sound too hot, but remember this is the average temperature for the entire year, including winters and nights. Spanning over 100,000 kilometers squared along the western coast of South America, the Atacama Desert is known as the driest non-polar desert in the world. Some areas of the Atacama Desert haven't seen any significant rainfall for hundreds of years. The terrain consists of harsh, barren landscapes with vast salt flats, rocky terrain and limited vegetation, making it an extremely challenging environment to thrive in. Despite its harsh conditions, the Atacama Desert is home to a small population of around 1 million people, giving it a population density of around 10 people per kilometer squared, so it is very sparse but definitely not the sparsest place in the world. These resilient communities have adapted their lifestyles to cope with the harsh environment. Next up is Northern Greenland. Northern Greenland is an incredibly inhospitable and remote region located in the Arctic. It is part of the autonomous territory of Greenland, which in itself is a self-governing territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Northern Greenland's extreme conditions make it one of the most challenging places on Earth for human habitation. In terms of size, Northern Greenland is huge, covering an area of approximately 1.4 million squared kilometers. To put this in perspective, it is roughly 3 times the size of Texas, or a little bit smaller than Mongolia. This region is known for its icy terrains, including glaciers, ice sheets, and fjords. The main reason why Northern Greenland is so inhospitable is of course due to its harsh Arctic climate. The region experiences extremely cold temperatures throughout the year, with average temperatures in winter often dropping below -30 degrees Celsius. The harsh climate coupled with the region's remote location makes it difficult for vegetation to grow, resulting in very little plant life. The population of Northern Greenland is very small, with less than 1,000 people living in the region. It is one of the most sparsely populated places on Earth. The majority of the population is concentrated in the town of Quanaq, which is the northernmost civilian settlement in Greenland. Siberia is a gigantic region in northern Asia, known for its extreme climate, harsh winters, and vast stretches of wilderness. It covers a substantial portion of Russia and extends from the Ural Mountains in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east. Due to its vastness, Siberia experiences various degrees of windiness across its land. In some areas, particularly the northern and eastern regions, strong winds are very common, especially during the winter months. These winds can contribute to the severe cold, making the already harsh winter conditions even more challenging. Siberia is known for its extremely cold winters, with temperatures frequently dropping well below freezing. In some areas, particularly the northeastern parts, temperatures can plummet to -40 degrees Celsius and even lower. The region isn't always freezing, however, as it also experiences significant high temperatures in the summer. The permanently frozen ground covers a large part of Siberia. Now, Siberia is enormous, covering approximately 13 million kilometers squared, bigger than any country on Earth. It makes up around 3/4 of Russia's total land area and nearly 9% of all land on Earth. Yet, despite its size, only around 30 million or so people live within this region, making it one of the most sparsely populated places on Earth. Most of this population lives in the southern regions, where the climate is more bearable than its northern counterpart. Dasht-e-Lut, also known as the Lut Desert, is a large salt desert located in southeastern Iran. It is one of the hottest and driest places on Earth. The desert experiences some of the highest surface temperatures recorded on the planet. In the summer months, temperatures can soar well above 50 degrees Celsius. The highest recorded surface temperature in the desert was around 70 degrees Celsius. The region's aridity is a major factor contributing to its inhospitable nature. It receives very little rainfall throughout the year. The desert is classified as a hyper-arid desert, with annual rainfall averaging below 50 millimeters or 2 inches. The region stretches for a distance of around 52,000 kilometers squared, and believe it or not, people do actually live there, around 6,000 in total. The McMurdo Dry Valleys are a unique and extreme polar desert located in Antarctica, near the coast of the Ross Sea. They are considered to be one of the most, if not the most, inhospitable and challenging places on Earth to live. This is mainly due to its incredibly strong and persistent winds. These winds can reach speeds of up to 200 miles per hour during intense storms, though sustained winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour are very typical throughout most days. These winds are a result of the unique geography of the region, which creates a funneling effect, accelerating the wind as it moves through the valleys. The McMurdo Dry Valleys experience extremely low temperatures throughout the year. In the winter months, temperatures can drop to well below -40 degrees Celsius. The dry valleys, as the name suggests, also lack rainfall. The combination of strong winds and extreme cold prevents much of the moisture in the atmosphere from falling as snow or rain. The lack of moisture also contributes to the desert-like conditions of the region. The Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world, covering an area of approximately 9.2 million squared kilometers. For reference, it is roughly the same size as the entire United States, or about a quarter of the African continent. The desert stretches across several countries in North Africa. One of the primary reasons for the Sahara's inhospitable nature is its extreme aridity. It receives very little rainfall throughout the year, with some areas experiencing less than an inch annually. The temperatures in the Sahara can reach scorching highs during the day, often exceeding 50 degrees Celsius. The Sahara is, of course, sparsely populated, with only around 4 million or so people living within it. Remember, this is an area similar to the size of the US, but with the population far less. The population density varies significantly across the desert, with some areas being entirely uninhabited, while others have small communities or nomadic groups. And finally, we have Mawsynram, an Indian village north of Bangladesh, which is said to be the wettest place on Earth in terms of rainfall, with an almighty average annual amount of around 476 inches. For reference, this is over 10 times the amount of rainfall that New York City receives, or around 5 times more than Mumbai. Now, this insane amount of rain doesn't make it particularly inhospitable, but it certainly would make everyday life sometimes quite difficult, especially with the figure that I'm about to give you. So on the 17th of June 2022, this village saw 1000 millimeters or 40 inches of rainfall in just 24 hours. This is only 4 inches less than what New York City receives in an entire year. So there we have it, some of the harshest, most inhospitable places in the world to live, yet somehow humans manage to live in these areas. If you can think of any other examples, please drop them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.